let's get into it. Let's talk about coming out stories. Okay, guys, welcome back to our channel, the Tom, Michael, and Oliver channel. So we're going to learn a little bit about Michael's coming out story. We all have one, and this is going to be really fun. When did you first realize that you might be different, and how did that moment feel?
Okay, so I remember I used to hang out with this group of neighborhood boys, and we were like, I don't know, maybe it was like second grade. I can't really remember. And one of them, like after we had some type of practice or something, they brought this adult magazine, and they brought it back to like all of us to check out, and everybody was like, all the boys were like so blown away by titties and shit. And I just remember I didn't understand why it wasn't doing anything for me, and then I would see their reactions, and I was like, oh, that's actually kind of hot. So I thought they were all enjoying our reactions to it,
not the content.
But I think I kind of realized I was more interested in watching them watch porn.
What's one memory from your coming out journey that's burned into your brain, for better or worse?
Okay, so I was in high school. I think I was a sophomore at the time. And one of my best friends, we used to sneak away. We'd go to the subway and during lunch period, once we finally got, because you could drive when you're 15 in Idaho. So
was this sophomore year?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had our driver's license, but she, I remember she was like, hey, I need to talk to you. It was very high school, very serious. And I was like, okay. And she's like, let's go, we're skipping. And I was like, oh my God, this must be serious. So she got me in the car, went to Subway, and she was like, so-and-so told everybody that you're gay. And it was a friend of mine.
Gay gasp.
As a friend of mine that I had told. And she went to a party with all of the other friends and told everybody. And that's how I was outed. I will always remember that.
I feel like that's very relatable because, again, school age years are so rough, and everyone is trying to fit in, and it's
you had the same thing happen to you, right?
Well, yeah, and it's oh, I've got this gossip, someone's gay. Mm-hmm. But were you concerned about coming out? If you weren't outed, when would you have come out?
I'm a strong personality. When I came out to my mom, my mom was not Catholic, ironically, because they put me in a Catholic school, but she was conservative and really strong-willed like me. I was out to everybody at school, and I was just kind of over it. I wanted my mom to find out. They'd already found gay porn on my computer, and I was like, okay. Yeah, my stepdad found the gay porn, and he was like, oh, let me investigate this a little bit, and spent 30 minutes investigating the sites. And there was just a lot of awkward tension after that. But then after I'd come out to everybody, my mom was the last person. I wrote this, it was in junior year, I wrote this thesis paper or whatever about nature versus nurture, and had an entire section about homosexuality, whether it's genes or environment or whatever.
Love this.
And so I never asked my mom to read my papers. And that one time I was like, hey mom, why don't you come read my paper? You're gonna love this. She never got it. She was like, okay, cool. And so she went back to her room, and I went back to my little computer desk, and I was just playing on gay.com or whatever, just doing my thing. And she comes storming down the hallway, and we had this long house with a long hallway. I could hear her coming for miles. And she had a towel wrapped around herself and that turban that girls do, and she was waving my paper, and she was like, are you gay? Are you gay? And I remember in my swivel chair, I turned around and I was like, none of your business.
Diva. And that's when she knew.
And we spent 2 weeks not even making eye contact in the same house.
Love that. Okay. Has anyone surprised you either with support or rejection?
Yeah. So, my mother, who I told that story about, has come so far. She's always been a tough personality. And a lot of that tough personality was kind of fighting with me. But now she fights for us. In our relationship, she'd go out there and she'd start beating people up if they were attacking us for being gay. She'd f them up. But that's my mom's version of love. And it actually means a lot to me.
We love a supportive mom. How has your relationship with yourself changed since coming out all those years ago?
God, actually coming out when I was 16 was the first true example of me being me. I am not afraid to be who I am. I'm not afraid to be weird and goofy and just a little bit off the wall. Coming out was my first opportunity to really stand into that. And after that, I just kind of got a little lost. So you know, I came out when I was 16 here, and I was like, hey, anybody else? No other gays?
In a
Okay.
Catholic high school in Idaho.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to LA. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm
Yeah.
gonna immerse myself in like the gayest place I can find. And I ended up just kind of losing myself there. And it took a long time, you know, going through like drugs and alcohol, addiction, recovery, you know, finally getting to a place where I am finally really healthy and good. It reminds me now of like having gotten, you know, sober 6 years ago. Reminds me a lot of what it was like coming out. Like it's another moment or example of me like finally stepping into my life. And I feel the most free right now. Out gay and totally sober.
Okay, what's one piece of advice you'd give to someone who's scared to come out right now?
If I was going to give advice to someone who is going to come out right now, I would say find a safe place first. One person. And hopefully it's somebody within your sphere or your community. But if you can't find that, go find someone who you can feel safe with, that you can trust, that's going to have your back. Having somebody that's in your corner that you know you can go to when things do get hard, because they might.
Okay, now we're gonna do the fun part. So just rapid fire. As soon as you have a thought, just let her rip, okay?
Yeah.
Who was the first fictional or real character that made you go, wait, hold on?
Zach Morris, Save the Bell.
What's the most inappropriate crush you've ever had?
I probably like had a crush on a cousin or something.
It says no judgment. If you could relive one chaotic moment from your coming out era, what would it be?
After I came out in high school, the like high school parties got so much better. Like we would get wasted and I just had the best time. Like I was the life of the party. It was carefree. It was awesome.
I remember stories, and we'll have to put some photos in this because it's so funny. Insert photo of Michael with the rosary necklace. The legend is that you'd run around with a little popsicle or a sucker.
And a rosary.
And you'd think you're like all cute, and then you'd bop away.
Yep, that's very true.
You like to play hard to get.
I'm coy.
What's your biggest, this might get me canceled in 10 years opinion?
Friends should send friends nudes.
You know, when I met this one years ago, he was just a bachelor in LA and had sent lots of photos. You know?
Okay.
I mean, it's
Okay.
it's the 21st century. People be doing that. And they were posted online, and you were just like, it's cool, leave them.
I looked good. I'm like probably not gonna look that good ever again. So I was like, leave them out there. I want people to know. It's like Moira Rose says, take naked photos now before anybody doesn't want to see them.
What's one thing that instantly makes someone 1,000% hotter?
Like having a juicy butt. I mean that, and if they like anime.
Okay, I feel like that's more, because like a juicy butt's just like given for you.
Yeah. If it's like, yeah.
But
Got
like,
a juicy butt and they're like into anime, I'm like, oh, you're special.
love that. I'm not into anime, by the way.
I tried. That was fun. If you all have questions that you would like for us to throw in the mix, make sure you leave a comment, and you should probably subscribe for some more juicy.
And if you have a coming out story and you'd love to share it, we really hope to like share more of folks' stories, because I think that's something we can all benefit from.
Agreed.
So,
See you next time.
bye.